I looked through this Fatwood today for the first time, and I want to give a fair review. And I pulled out a couple pieces, and I want to show you. Hopefully this stays in focus really good. This is what my old friend from Pine Fire, Michael, used to call fatty wood. He said it wasn't really classified as fat wood, in his opinion. It was what he called fatty wood, which pretty much means if you scrape it up and everything, you can light it, but it doesn't have nearly the resin content as, for instance, this piece right here. Also, this piece, it looks punky. I'll show you right in here. It's funny looking, like dried up old wood. But when you compare it to that piece right here, look at this. And the other thing is, I don't know if you can hear it, probably not. This one is much heavier than these two pieces. As a matter of fact, it feels almost like this one weighs what those two do. But let me say that this is a 4-pound bag, if not more. It's a pretty good pile of fat wood, and there's some amazing pieces in there. Look at that one right there. So I've been dying to do a light up test on it, and today is the day. This is my humongous ferro rod that Linda Campbell from YouTube, the master lathe woman, artistan, just all around very talented woman, made for me with hot pink, which is my favorite color. And I haven't used it, but today is the day. And I don't know how many people watching are aware, but when you get ferro rods, they're painted. That's to prevent accidental sparking, and you have to scrape off the layer of paint first before you go ahead and try it. So let me get that done and get ready to scrape up some of this fat wood and see how it lights. Yes, I'm struggling to cut that, but it's not the fault of the fat wood or the knife. The table was rickety, and it was threatening to fall over at any minute. And that slab of wood that I have on top of that little table kept sliding away on me. It's just sitting on there. It's not attached. And so I was having a little time trying to get that fat wood sliced off of there without knocking that table over. And again, it's just me having difficulty with that table rocking like it was that caused me to have such a hard time using the ferro rod to get a good spark. I was afraid that I was going to knock the table over, so that's why it looks like I'm having a hard time getting it lit. It's much better fat wood than what I'm letting it appear to be. Several signs of good fat wood is to hear that sizzle, and you can hear that sizzle on that fire that's burning right there. You could also see, and I didn't show a close-up, of the resin that was pooling up at the bottom of the chunks. There was wet pieces, wet-looking pieces, and that's the resin coming out of it. So there is what I would call very good fat wood. I have gotten fat wood from many people. I've over the years ordered from eBay, and I think almost all of it, some Etsy, but I've had fat wood that was what I would call not up to snuff. And as like I said, with Michael from Pine Fire coined the term fat wood, fatty wood, not fat wood. I've seen that, but I've also seen wood that wasn't cleaned. Still had the bark on it, still had punky bark on it. In one case, the box was so bad that I couldn't give a good review for nothing. And the guy replaced the entire box, but I told him that I didn't want him to be out of any money whatsoever, so I still paid him for my original order. So even though he sent me the second one and told me I didn't owe him anything, it was really bad. And he said that somebody else had been packing his product for him, and they had basically put in the waste product from when he was cleaning his Fatwood, and that's what I ended up getting, was a box entirely made of what they chopped off and we're going to discard. So that was probably the worst batch. But I have, like I said, gotten Fatwood from people that was less than optimum, considering what I thought it was supposed to be. They either weren't paying attention to what they were throwing in the box, or they just simply were getting slack on when they were cleaning their wood. Now, this piece that I started the fire with is excellent. It's all clean all the way around. Very, very resinous. But then, like I said, in the box, which I'm not going to dig through it now, there were pieces that appeared to still have like a dried out bark on them and some punky pieces attached to them. And to be fair, I did contact the seller. I did take a picture and show it to him. And I did tell him I was going to do a video and that it would be a favorable video because there's no point in degrading the purchase when it's 4 pounds of Fatwood. And for the most part, it does look like that. There was about, I don't know, 5 pieces maybe or something that was subpar, what I would call subpar. But, and then again, the price of this box was 4 pounds for, what was it, $15? And then it was $8 shipping. So it was like 23 bucks or something. It was, I thought, a really good deal, especially when I see the prices of some Fatwood out there. So, I mean, I don't really need to buy Fatwood because I've got tons of it. But I saw Nathan do a video on it, and then in the comments I saw a comment from a friend that I haven't heard from in years, and that was Brian from Cape Fear in Fatwood Emporium, who used to sell quite a bit of stuff back in the day. And he said he had bought some of this guy's Fatwood and I should give it a try. And he's right. It for 15 bucks for 4 pounds is a very, very good deal, considering I've seen people selling it for 20 plus for 1 pound, which is, that's out there. But I just wanted to do a quick little video explaining my thoughts on this Fatwood, why I think what I think about it, and if people are out there looking for Fatwood, I guess you should realize there's more than one thing to consider when you're getting it. Is reviews, if there is any, and the price for sure. And can't go wrong with 4 pounds for $15. Just a little addendum I wanted to throw out there. I was watching the video I had made talking about the Fatwood, and where I'm discussing that Fatwood had bark on it or it was punky looking, and where I thought, geez, people might think, well, you know, that's to be expected. My point that I was trying to make was, you're selling something by the pound. Now, do I want a pound of punky wood with some Fatwood attached to it, or do I want a pound of clean and resiny Fatwood? That's the point I was trying to make. If you're selling something by the pound, it should be the best it can be, and not a pound full of, you know, 1/2 Fatwood and 1/2 crapwood that I have to cut off and throw away. That was the point that I was trying to make. And there are people who are very proud of their Fatwood and they make sure it's the best. So that's all I'm saying is, when you're buying Fatwood, that's the kind of thing you want to watch for. Do they have integrity with their product that they're selling? Besides a good price, besides the amount you can get for whatever the price may be, you want to know that whoever's selling it takes pride in their product and want to make sure that the stuff that you are buying is as good as you can get. Final thought on this Fatwood that I got, this 4 pounds for $15 plus $8 shipping. Fatwood from Florida that I got off of eBay. I'll include the link to this Fatwood in the description box. Would I recommend it? Yes. Was it absolutely perfect? No. Was it almost? Yes. And it was a good Fatwood too. So I would not have any problem saying, hey, check this guy out. Go get his Fatwood. 4 pounds, 15 bucks plus 8 shipping. I think you'll be happy with it.